Uh-oh. I knew that was gonna happen. This recipe holds all of the secrets to turkey burgers that are not dry or bland or boring, or chicken burgers or pork burgers that also are none of those things. You're not gonna have to wait long for that secret because it's all sitting right here in front of me. Lean meats like turkey or chicken or lean pork, white meats, need help. They need a lot of flavor and they need a lot of moisture. Okay, so for the first thing, we're gonna deal with this ginger. If you've ever looked at a piece of ginger and been like, how the heck do I deal with this? There's a good trick for peeling it with a spoon. And at first I didn't really believe it, but I think I was just not doing it right. It all depends on how you hold the spoon. This is how I like to hold it. I just kind of like choke up on it and then just like brace my thumb against the ginger and peel back towards myself. And it just kind of like scrapes off just the thin layer of skin. I'm getting kind of a misting of ginger. It smells really good. There. It's pretty evenly naked. Okay, I'm gonna call that finely chopped. Here's all our ground turkey, and all of this stuff, as it's done, I'm just gonna throw it in here. This is why I love Niloufer King's Parsi burgers. They are a riff on a traditional Parsi kebab, and so they have all of that other good stuff that would make a kebab super flavorful. And I love that Niloufer King calls for using the cilantro stems. They are so nice and soft, and I have heard that the stems hold more flavor when you cook it than the leaves do, so even better reason to just keep the stems in there. Niloufer King says that the mint is optional, but Alice Medrich, another genius who I featured in Genius Recipes a bunch, and who's been a columnist for Food 52 for a long time, says that it is not optional for her, and she actually even adds extra. I love the mint in it too. Chilies. We have to talk about chilies. I have a lot to say. Inside of these chilies is a lot of deliciousness and also some stuff called capsaicin that can burn you. So here's a little chili anatomy 101. The seeds are not what has most of the spice in a chili. It's all of this white stuff, the ribs, the placental tissue as it's scientifically called. That has almost 100% of the burn that's happening in chili peppers. If you want to get rid of some or all of the spice, you need to get rid of the white stuff as well as the seeds. So I'm just gonna use a spoon to carefully scrape this stuff out. Yes, you could use the food processor for all of this. I've done it before. But even when you're using the food processor, you still have to kind of roughly chop things before they go in. So you might as well just keep going and chop it finely. Also, it gives you so much more control. You don't run the risk of accidentally making like a chili paste instead of these nice chunks. All that's left is an egg for binder. So Niloufer King has you just salt and pepper to taste, which normally with raw meat is kind of a challenge, but this recipe is actually so forgiving because there's so much other flavor going on in there that just eyeballing it and lightly seasoning is gonna be fine. The best tool for mixing this stuff together is your hands. You could use a wooden spoon or something like that, but you're not gonna be able to feel as well that it's gotten mixed in enough. You're not gonna be able to be quite as gentle, and you have to use your hands to make the patties anyway, so you might as well just get in there. If you did keep a lot of that chili, you know, the white stuff and the seeds and all the stuff to make it really spicy, and you're nervous about that chili burn thing I was talking about, you could use gloves. Although I've just been informed by my team here that I may be somewhat alone on this chili burn thing. Are you guys all people who've had chili burn problems? Yeah. In the eye, but not on your hands? Have you guys, Sam, have you had chili burn problems?
Not on my hands.
No? What? Most people have experienced it if they've touched their eye, but not on their hands. So I would love to know if you have experienced the chili burn from handling hot peppers and then later, you know, that burning sensation that hits your hands. Please tell me so I don't feel so alone in this experience. Okay. This is well mixed, and look at how much stuff there is relative to meat, how much like vegetable matter there is. That is what's gonna keep these burgers from drying out. There's so much steam that's gonna come from all of the herbs and everything. It's gonna protect the burgers and make them really juicy. So the heat level here is important. You don't want it crazy ripping hot because you could end up burning the outside before the inside cooks through. But you do want it hot enough so that it has a nice sizzle when it hits the pan and gets a nice sear going so it doesn't stick. This instant read thermometer is the surest way to make sure that your meat is cooked through in the middle. I'm looking for 165 for poultry, very close. I will say though that if you don't have an instant read thermometer, this recipe in particular is so forgiving. Even though it's lean meat, it's got so much moisture from the other stuff that you can err on the side of slightly overcooking if you're not sure. While you could have this as a straight up burger, the way that Niloufer King likes to serve it is to have it with a nice salad, maybe with avocado in it, with a baked potato on the side. Alice likes to have it with a spicy carrot salad on the side. I like it just like this. All of the herbs and stuff stayed so bright green inside there. Wow. There's so much flavor. Ooh, and I am getting a tiny bit of spice, a little bit of the ribs of that chili snuck in. This is what turkey burgers needed forever, and no one knew to do it. So for more genius recipes like this, like an extremely improved version of a turkey burger, be sure to like and subscribe and check back every week. I will save turkey burgers, I will save whatever you want me to save.